Okay, this is my first update. Week 1 of being on HRT. Yes, week 1, hormonal replacement therapy. I am on progesterone and I take the estradiol patch. Twice a week, I change my patch on Mondays and Thursdays, and I take my progesterone every night before bed. Why did I choose to take HRT or replace my hormones? I have never really experienced like the symptoms of because I'm at the age, I'm 54, and I started experiencing menopause symptoms. I've gotten hot before, like early this year, last summer. The winter though, I thought because of my diet and exercise and my herbal supplementation that things were fine. I was not having any issues. I'm like, okay, because a majority of my life I chose to eat vegan or plant-based and everything. I'm like, okay. Well, about a month ago, exactly a month ago, and I'm speaking low because my husband is asleep. A month ago, it hit my body like a ton of bricks. I wasn't sleeping at all at night because I was having extreme hot flashes. And about over a week ago, it got to the point where I noticed I couldn't because of the lack of sleep, the brain fog, I couldn't get simple chores done. And it was a mess. And I remember one time I told my husband I didn't have the emotion or anything like that, but because I am a faithful meditator every morning. And so mental emotional stress, meditating, and I'm a spiritual person. I've always walked close with the Lord, but whatever that mug was about over a week ago, a couple weeks ago, I was like, nope, this is not going to work. I told my husband right before I decided to choose HRT, I was like, babe, I'm not doing anything. I was sitting on a little reading pad area in my office, and I was like, and he laughed. He thought it was cute and funny. I was like, I can't cook. I can't do anything. I can't. And it was then I realized I'm not gonna make it. Now you can understand my background. Always use natural ways of supporting our health and my family. We reversed an autoimmune disease. We had autism diagnoses that we were able to balance out and basically eliminate diagnoses. And everything was natural. Everything was natural. That's the way I went back to the garden. When this mug happened, I was like, this is beyond. And maybe it's because of my body and my chemistry. I was like, no, ma'am. That means no, ma'am. So one night I was looking online and I saw one of those medical online affordable healthcare, whatever. We have healthcare, but and they were talking about the HRT, and then I remembered that Oprah and my girl Leanne, the comedian, they had this menopause, panel, and I watched the video and I was like, nope, the science is here. It's identical molecules of the drug, like bioidentical hormones that matches my body, so my body doesn't have to go through anything to try to figure it out. All of the pros was what did it for me. And plus what I was feeling. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So I met with a doctor online, and based upon my symptoms, they went in calling the prescription. But I went to my gynecologist, took the drugs in there, and I was like, And I sat it down, and the first thing she said to me, she said, "You're not going crazy. You're not going crazy." That was confirmation. I'm a spiritual person, so I really sought the Lord. Father, is it your will to go on, man-made things and da-da-da? And the doors just kept opening, kept opening, kept opening. And I'm like, all right. So my gynecologist told me that I should begin to see a difference. Some people have said as soon as 2 weeks. Other people about, I think she said, a month to 2 months. Let's see, July, August, 2 months or 3 months. I saw a difference within a few days. My levels must have been extremely low. And they had to have been. The way I was feeling, I'm like, I'm going to be sick. The way my internal system had no energy, I couldn't process getting things done. And the hot flashes, it was doing more. And then I had that thing where you couldn't raise your arm and it was painful. And I was like, what? Within 48 hours, I was up. I was back to my workout. I was up, knocking out tasks. I'm a housewife. I homeschooled my children. The children are in their careers, and in the last one, we only had 2, is in school now, and husband dinners, getting back to my schedule in the home, thinking, processing. I was back up. Someone said, they will have to peel this patch off my dead body when I get into the grave. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be one of them. This was the smartest decision I've ever made. It was a wise decision for me. I sought the Lord spiritually. I'm posting the video that educated me, confirmed for me. And, ladies, I had my husband watch the video. It was imperative that my daughter watch the video, but my husband, he was blown away. No idea, because it's not taught. I'm going to end with this. It was Suzanne Summers, thank you, Father, for her soul, that opened my eyes to women seeking alternatives to their health. She was the one that turned me on to thermography scans once a year to scan for pre-screening for breast cancer. I've never turned around since. And I remember she was dealing with the hormones as well. It was Suzanne Summers from Three's Company when she used to be an actor there. And then I ventured in my natural healing and things like that. I never thought in my whole life that I would be taking a patch and progesterone. I'm going to get tested for my testosterone. I'll make sure that's well as well. So it's a hush-hush. It's a women's secret. I understand why women don't talk about it, because it means you're older. I don't have an issue with being older. I understand that the season of my body to produce flowers, to produce life, is out of that season. And now I am walking, I say, in full wisdom. I have fulfilled my purpose as a mother, and I'm still mentoring, and now my body is at a different stage. It is not good for me to suffer for the rest of my life. To God be the glory, to our grandmothers, to our mothers, to our aunties, to our sisters, the women who walk before us. My goodness. No, ma'am, this is not the season for it. So, first week, I'm back up. I'm back up. And I picked up 20 pounds. I did. 15 pounds, I'll say, 15 pounds of menopausal. I'm down to the last 10. Not because of this, because I'm working out and everything, working with a dietitian, charting my eating this stage of life, weightlifting, and I'm grateful for it. It made a huge difference. But I'm believing for this to take me all the way. Okay, first week, I'm up. It's going to be interesting to see if I experience anything else. Someone called me and said, take care of yourself. And that registered with my spirit. And I did. I will see you next week and pop in to see if there's any changes or anything. Are my nipples sore? They said, we got to be honest. This is women thing. We're big boys and big girls. I don't have any, I'm not noticing anything. I'm back up. The only thing I'm noticing is I'm back up. Right, so I don't have any soreness in my breasts or nipples or anything. I haven't been nauseated. Yeah, post in the comments any questions or anything. All right, I see my gynecologist in September. We are going to draw some labs and see where I am, but I'm back up, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I feel like I may need a little bit more of something. I don't know. I'm so grateful. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Take care of yourselves. Okay? Ladies, take care of yourselves.